My name is Ashley Williams, and I currently work on the Global Partnerships team at Microsoft for Startups. We're very excited to have you here today. In my role, I'm really focused on providing solutions to diverse founders like yourself. Microsoft for Startups as a whole is working to remove barriers to build any company with free access to technology, coaching, and support along your entrepreneurial journeys to help you hit your next milestone when building. Microsoft for Startups' main product is the Founders Hub, which is a platform for all founders at any stage to reach different parts of their technological journey through personalized technology tools and business resources. On Founders Hub, you'll have dedicated support and access to technical tooling, mentors/coaches, events, and third-party tooling. We support companies from the pre-seed stage all the way to Series C, as long as you have a cloud-based solution. We are supporting all B2B, B2C, and B2B2C companies. You can submit an application at startups.microsoft.com. Applications take about 10 minutes to complete, and on average takes us about 2 weeks to review for your acceptance. We look forward to seeing your application, and hopefully we get the chance to work together. Thank you.
The BCPA was actually created out of all the social unrest that we had back in 2020. And after the deaths of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, we really then decided we really have to focus and create a community for Black-owned tech partners.
I was tired of being by myself at industry events. I'd go to these great events where people are talking about the size of the opportunities in tech, and I'd look around and there were no other Black people in the room.
And we had a Microsoft advocate, Justin Slagle, who said, look, with all the social unrest going on, what are you guys gonna do about it? So the three of us, along with Justin's big push, he kind of nudged us, decided that we needed to scale up the Black tech community.
We've had the benefit of co-designing a solution with Microsoft. And so we built BCPA around 3 pillars: access to education, access to capital, and access to opportunities.
There's too many times where people say, well, I tried giving an opportunity to a Black-owned tech firm, they weren't ready. We're building programs so that the Black tech owners and their organizations are ready.
We are hyper-focused on helping at least 100 Black-owned tech companies achieve at least $100 million in net new revenue, create at least 800 new tech jobs in our community. We want to perform at least 1,000 digital transformation projects for community-based organizations.
We're not just another nonprofit. We're here to help you grow your business, and that includes lead flow, giving you leads, specific leads, what we call your ICP, your ideal client profile.
When people have approached us looking for partners in specific geographies, we're able to turn around and give them a back-end curve with a specific technology skill set in a matter of minutes.
We want to create sustainable tech companies, right, that are not just here for today, but tomorrow.
Within our community, million-dollar businesses are rare. It's not something that happens with frequency. We believe that our model, executed correctly, in tandem with some other programs, can achieve those results for partners.
66% of the participants already had a 25% increase in revenue. 100% of those respondents already have gotten new contracts as well. And about 2/3 of those participants have also added new employees to date.
The thing that has been truly special for me about this is every meeting that I have that's BCP related, I will find an opportunity to do business with someone, or I'll find a new partner that I can collaborate with that will help grow my business and theirs.
Network, network, network. The only way we're going to grow our business at the end of the day is by helping each other.
There are moments of magic that are created by engaging within our community.
Take pride in helping each other for nothing in return. If we all had that same mentality, we will all do well. We will all rise up. And at the end of the day, our whole community will be grateful and thankful.
All right, thank you everyone for joining us today. Really looking forward to hearing from our speakers today. As you guys know, Microsoft announced last month that they are going to be rolling out a new solution partner program. And it is critical that all of you and all the partners really understand the changes that are taking place. And in terms of agenda for today, we're going to have Catherine Mikhlin and Tafara Pulse are going to give us an overview, both from Microsoft, of the program, giving you some insight into what the changes are. And then I'm just going to provide you at the end of this session kind of what we're doing as an organization specifically to kind of make this transition. So without further delay, I'd like to go ahead and bring up Tafara Pulse, who's going to kind of kick us off. Tafara, come on stage.
Okay, well, hi everyone. I'm Tafara Pulse. I am part of the team who designed and launched the Solution Partner designation and the evolution of Microsoft Partner Network to Microsoft Cloud Partner Program. So if there's one thing that I want you to come away with today, it is what this means for your company and how Microsoft is here to support you. So let me share my screen here and we'll jump into a couple slides. And I want to just walk you through high level what the Solutions Partner designation is and how this is evolving from what we have in market today to what we will have for you come October. So like I said, we'll do a quick walkthrough. I will show you a demo of the Partner Center experience that you have access to today in Partner Center. And I'll walk you through the legacy benefits renewal process, how that will work after we go live in October, and what the new Solutions Partner designation renewal looks like, and that badge and the benefits for that as well. And then we'll review key dates as well. So very high level, this is intended to pivot us to a very customer-centric approach. We want to ensure success with our customers hand in hand with our partners. So that is the goal of these programs. We are looking to align our programs to our 6 solution areas and how Microsoft goes to market, but we still want how we validate partners and partner success and customer success to really be customer centric. So we look at these 6 solution areas, 3 for Azure, 1 for modern work, biz apps, and security. So very high level still, this is what our qualifying levels will look like. So we have our base membership. This is all channel partners. Solutions Partner will replace our competencies. You will attain that designation is sort of our breadth designation. And then beyond that, partners can go on to dive deeper and show more technical specialization. Advanced specializations in the future will just be called specializations. And so you can show your depth capabilities at that specialization and expert level. So here's just a summary of the key changes. I hate to put a huge bullet point list in front of you, but I do want you to take away a few things from this list. So number 1, the changes for competency to Solutions Partner will go into effect on October 22nd, and the Microsoft Partner Network will no longer be named that and will be renamed to the Microsoft Cloud Partner Program. I may have said that backwards, but we are simplifying again from anchoring our partner growth, sort of scattershot across 16 or 18 different competencies down to really just align to our 6 solution areas. There will also be what we're calling a Microsoft Cloud designation, and I'll cover that in a few slides. Like I said, we will move away from legacy competencies to the new qualifying designations of Solutions Partner and Specialized and Expert. And then to attain the new Solutions Partner designations, you'll need to demonstrate your organization's capability across 3 consistent pillars. Whereas our competencies today are measured in a variety of different ways, our solutions partner designations will be measured consistently regardless of which solution area you're looking at. So those three pillars are performance, skilling, and customer success. And we'll walk through that partner capability score, as we're calling it, here in a few slides as well. So you have access now to the dashboard in Partner Center. You're welcome to go in. I'll give you the AKA link here in a few slides also when we show the demo. But you do have access to it in the membership workspace, and you can go in and take a look at your score, what it is today, and start planning for maintaining a score of 70 in your selected solution areas, or how you can take actions to get to that 70 points. And then pretty importantly, we want to create this foundation and this base that allows partners to have a really solid starting point for building apps, for supporting customers. And so as partners attain the new designation in October of 2022, there will be two sets of benefits that they can choose. One is the benefits that they have today through existing competencies, and you can choose to remain with those legacy benefits, or you can update and make the choice to move to the solutions partner designation specific benefits. And there are some differences between those two, and we'll cover those as well. But you're not losing benefits if you don't qualify for solutions partner designation. That's another key point. Whether you qualify for solutions partner designation badge or not, you will still be able to opt into your legacy benefits. And then if you qualify for the designation, then you have the choice of either one. So benefits aren't going anywhere. We want to make sure that our partners have a really solid foundation and starting point with those benefits. Okay, so we are simplifying our programs. This is a new single tier solution. You'll see that silver and gold is going away. There won't be any distinctions among partners once you've earned the designation, say for modern work or biz apps. Anyone who's earned 70 to 100 points gets the same designation, and we're not distinguishing between anybody who has that badge. We're delivering greater customer value. So introducing the partner capability score that, again, is aligned to those three really important pillars that we want to measure customer success. Going back to benefits, we are investing in your growth in new ways. So there is a difference between the legacy benefits package and the solutions partner benefit package. And so we're just trying to add in new ways to invest in our partners and our customers. And then finally, you have time to prepare. So between now and October, and we launched this in March. So obviously every day gives you a little bit less time, but there's still time today. And I would encourage you to start preparing today. Take a look at Partner Center, take a look at your score, see what you need to do to get, associations created with your customers. We'll go through associations and get folks within your organization additional skilling so that you can meet or earn points on the skilling metrics as well. Okay, so let's go through the partner capability score. Here we have a scale of 100 points for each of our solution areas. So if you want to earn a solutions partner designation, you have to earn a minimum of 70 points out of a possible 100 points. Those points can come from anywhere. So across those three pillars, we have 4 to 5 subcategories, and you can earn those 70 points from any of those subcategories. So you don't have to max out points for every single one of the categories. You can earn partial points for each of the subcategories and still get to the 70 points. You just have to get to a minimum of 70 points. And it's not listed on this slide, but you do have to have more than 0 points in each subcategory as well. So a minimum of 70 points and more than 0 points in each subcategory, and that will qualify you for a solutions partner designation. So this partner capability score is much more holistic than what we did with our competencies, which I said before were varied in the way that they measured partner performance and capability and skilling. And so we've made it consistent and holistic, allowing you to showcase solutions that you've delivered. We have, this is all telemetry based. So, you're not having to send an email to Microsoft to say, hey, I should qualify for this. It would all be in your Partner Center dashboard. It would all come from information that we have based on associations that we know about with your customers, and based on skilling from certified professionals who are associated with your Partner Center account. And then we're providing new customer-facing badges to help you stand out and market your capabilities. Okay, I've gone through a bit of this. So again, 70 points, more than 0 points in each category. This starts to get into what our subcategories are. So the way that we measure performance is through net customer adds, and that's looking at the trailing 12 months. It's looking for associations like CPOR, DPOR, PAL, CSP, associations like that. And those differ a little bit across the different solution areas. And you can find that information in Partner Center if you want to dig into what those associations are. But over the trailing 12 months for performance, we would look at your net customer adds, which is going to be the number of customers that you had 12 months ago minus the number of customers that you have in the previous month. So that would give us your net customer adds. And for most of the solution areas, it's somewhere around 3 to 5 net customer adds will get you maximum points, but each net customer add will get you points. So again, you can kind of stack your points across the subcategories. You could get 10 points from net customer adds with 1 net customer add, and that's going to move you toward that 70 points. For skilling, we're looking at intermediate and advanced certifications. And then for customer success, we're looking at usage growth and number of solution deployments. So for skilling, you want to just make sure that anybody who's within your company who's certified is associated with your Partner Center account and linked to your account so that your company is getting credit for the certifications that that professional holds. And then for customer success, again, we go back to those associations for, CPOR, DPOR, PAL, and CSP. And so, obviously that is a really important place for you to be focused, is getting credit and association with those customers so that those net customer adds, that usage growth, and your deployments are all showing up in our system as well. Those are 2 places that we're really encouraging you to focus. And I would say if you take nothing else away from this presentation, this is one place that you can move the needle on how this impacts your business, is really focusing on associations and focusing on skilling. And those 2 places are going to get you started down the road of getting to 70 points. So I mentioned the associations. These are the mechanisms for each of the solution areas by which you can get credit for your work with your customers. So BizApps is probably our most complicated, but covers the most number of options for associations. Azure, you have PAL, DPOR, and CSP. Security, you have CPOR and PAL. And Catherine and I today are actively working on a guide for how to get these associations made. That is forthcoming. We don't have a date on it yet, but we understand how complicated and confusing it can be to around those associations. There are multiple ways to get those done. And so we're going to provide a guide that walks you through step by step for each of those. Okay, so we start to get into how the points break out across each of the solution areas. Just as an example, if we take net customer adds, you can see that it varies. For business applications, it's 15 points, all the way over to Azure, where you can earn up to 30 points for your net customer adds. And so we have the same subcategories for each of the solution areas, but the points are allocated slightly differently or weighted slightly differently per solution area. So you can see the breakdown here. And you can also see how the points are broken down within Partner Center as well. Okay, so here's the AKA link. If you do want to follow along, I would encourage you not to, only because I will be showing it to you here on the screen. But if you do want to follow along, this is the AKA link. Go ahead and copy that into your browser, save it, refer back to it daily as you're preparing for to get to 70 points, as you're preparing for October 3rd. And let me just jump into the demo here. Okay, so real quick, I'm not going to spend a ton of time here because you do have access to it, but I wanted you to see the interface. Let me make this just a little bit bigger. I'm sure it's probably pretty small on your screen. Okay, so just a little bit of information here. We really focus on this next step section. I want to make sure that you take a look at this. It is going to reiterate what I've said to you today. Get certified, make sure that your people are associated with your Partner Center account, and then get credit through those customer associations. So those are the two places that you want to start. You'll also, if you do qualify for Solutions Partner designation, you want to explore the benefits and see which of those benefit packages is going to be most useful for you once you have to choose which benefit package you want at your anniversary date. So you'll have to decide between the legacy and the Solutions Partner packages, and so you'll just want to be familiar with what is in each of those, and you can access all of that information from here. The dashboard starts to give you a sense of where you're qualifying across the solution areas. Now, this is a test account, and so we've built it in a way that allows me to see a couple different scenarios. Your dashboard is going to look different than this. But you'll start to see some details that I've already talked about, right? I have 74 points in business applications, but it's still showing as in progress. And I know that I actually have 0 points in one of the categories. So I don't actually qualify for this particular solution area because I haven't met the 70 points and have more than 0 points in each subcategory. But I do qualify for digital and app innovation. I have 76 points and I've got more than 0 points in each subcategory, so I'm qualified here. So let's just take a look at Biz Apps. Again, I can see that I'm in progress. I can see how many points I have and what my qualification requirement is. This might be a little bit confusing because we don't say here, and we need to add something in about sorry, we do have it up here. We need to say that we have earned a minimum of 70 points and must have 1 or more points for each of these metrics. So that's why I'm not qualifying. And I can see that I have 0 points here for performance. So I can go into view requirements and I can see what the specific requirements are. What are the underlying formulas and calculation and eligible association types, eligible customers, etc. I can get all of that information here for my net customer ads. And then I can actually go into view details as well. So I have -2 customers, which means that I actually lost customers over the trailing 12 months. I have 2 fewer customers today, or I had 2 fewer customers last month than I did 12 months ago. So I'm sitting at -2, which is why I have 0 points here. I can start to get into the actual data here and what my, what I'm seeing for my tenants and my workload names and the month they were qualified. I can download this report and I can go further into the details and see which customers did I have 12 months ago, which customers did I have last month, and compare the difference between those two to validate the data. And then I can also get a little bit more information here about, how does CSP tier 1 or 2 work? CPOR and DPOR, again, important for my customer associations, and then learning more about the partner capability score. So we also give you a way to dig deeper into the data. So not just working with it in a side panel that flies out from the side and not just your Excel spreadsheet, but if you spend any time in Partner Center, then you've probably spent time in the Insights workspace, which is where we push all of our partners to go to do that data deep dive. So let's take a quick look at that. If I were to have clicked on that, the View Insights link over on the membership workspace, it would bring me here. So now I'm in the Insights workspace and I can see, some of the same information. Where am I qualified? Where have I fully met? Where have I maxed out my points? Where do I still have opportunities to get points? And I can really clearly and visually see that on this page. I can also view metric trends, which is a really important way of viewing this, right? Because if we're looking at everything over the trailing 12 months, you're going to want to see, okay, well, what does that look like? And so we can look at, and apologies, test accounts don't always pull this up, but I can look at the trailing 12 months history. This doesn't have any data, but what you would see is trailing 12 months and what your customer fluctuation may have looked like over that time. I also can take a look at the customer eligibility. This page is coming soon, but our skilling eligibility page is available. And so if you go into skilling eligibility, you can see what your requirements are, you can view the details, and then you can, sort and filter through to find, where you have gaps in terms of specific certifications, who doesn't have any certifications, who's sort of earning you points across the different designations, et cetera. And then finally, we have the score simulator. And this is a really important tool and one that I would highly recommend that you come in and use. It gives you a hypothetical and a path for how you can get to 70 points for each of the solution area designations. So for security, these recommendations right now are pretty basic, pretty obvious. If you do the math, you can see, you've got 6 more certified individuals that would give you 40 points. But would that get me over the threshold? Well, let's say I'm having trouble hiring because a lot of people are right now. And I say, okay, well, I could probably get the customer ads. Let's see what that does to my score. So if I look at security and then I go down to view result, sorry, it looks like we have a bug here. Oh no, okay, so simulated results, sorry. They moved it used to be in a side panel here. So I can see I was looking at security. I can see that those customer ads would get me to full progress here, and it would get me, 4 more points. And so I would end up at 60, but I'm still not at that 70 points because I'm missing the skilling category. So I can start to see where my opportunities and my gaps are. The other way you can do this is you can choose a custom selection, and you can actually build out a customer scenario based on, hey, we're potentially closing this customer. We're going to add them, or, we're hiring 3 people who have these certs. What would that do to our points, right? Or we're going to send Frank to go get a certification. What would that do to our points, right? So you can start to play out these hypothetical situations that may earn you points on that partner capability score. So that's a very brief demo. Again, I encourage you to go into Partner Center and take a look at this for yourself. You'll be able to see the same interface that I was just showing you. You will need to make sure that you have MPN partner admin permissions within Partner Center. If you don't have that, go talk to your current Partner Center global admin and they can grant you those permissions. Okay. So just really briefly, because I want to make sure we get to benefits. This is just a view of the badges and what these will look like across the different solution areas. This I mentioned earlier will be reserved for partners who earn all 6 designations across the 6 solution areas. They will have the Solutions Partner for Microsoft Cloud badge provisioned to them as well. Really quickly, this is how our legacy competencies map to our solutions partner designations. There is a one-to-one map for those. And finally, we get into our benefits. So our benefits for our solutions partner designations. We're really looking to have these encourage business development, increase customer reach, and expand technical skilling and enablement support. That is the focus that the new solutions partner designation benefits have. So you may look at this and say, I love the benefits that I have today. They work for me. They do everything that I need to do. We have a bunch of product benefits that aren't included in the solutions partner designation package. And so we want to keep our legacy benefits. So you're going to be able to do that. Again, I would encourage you to go in, make sure that you are familiar with what's in each of the 2 benefits packages. You can find your current benefits in Partner Center today under benefits. And you can find the Solutions Partner Designation benefits. If you go to the Solutions Partner Designation page in Partner Center, you can click on the benefits link at the top, and that will get you access to what we have in a PDF today, but it lays out all of the benefits that you would have for each of the Solutions Partner Designations. And just do a comparison for yourself to decide what you want to do with these benefits packages. The next slide is going to show just a breakdown of kind of what's new. So for Solutions Partner Designations, we're adding Azure credits and Visual Studio subscriptions, M365 and Office product, and D365 and Power BI products. Those are new for Solutions Partner and for Specialization and Expert. So you'll see a lot more focus on cloud IURs, on as you would expect to be aligned with a program called Microsoft Cloud Partner Program. The benefits associated with that are much more focused on cloud. So legacy benefits likely have more of the on-prem benefits. And so again, another point that you have to decide between in terms of what works for you. But we keep advisory hours in here. We keep co-sell eligibility, marketplace rewards, et cetera. All of those benefits are tied to these different designations at each of these levels. So timing. Like I said, you've got some time between now and September 30th. If you have an anniversary date between now and September 30th, and you want to keep your benefits after you want to renew your benefits into the future, I would encourage you to renew your competency. So in order to select the legacy benefits, you will have to have a competency as of September 30th. You will keep those. If you renew your competency, you're in the middle of a competency year on September 30th, you'll keep those benefits until your next anniversary date. So those benefits aren't going anywhere. You don't lose anything. You definitely don't lose it on October 3rd. So you'll keep those benefits through your next anniversary date, at which point you'll have kind of two paths. One, at your first anniversary date after October 3rd, number one, you'll either qualify for the Solutions Partner Designation or you don't qualify for a Solutions Partner Designation. And then that's sort of where you get on those two paths. So if you don't qualify, you would choose you would have the option to still renew your legacy benefits. So you wouldn't have the badge, but you would still have the benefits associated with the competency or that you had from your previous competency. If you do qualify for the Solutions Partner Designation, you'll get the badge, and you can choose whether you want to keep your legacy benefits or move to the new benefits package. One other thing I should note is that if you qualify, if you reach 70 points at any time between your anniversary dates, you'll get the badge. So we're just looking at this. We're sort of separating the benefits package from the badging designation. So if you get to that 70 points, we'll give you the badge until your next anniversary date, at which point we'll check again, see if you're still qualified, and then that process sort of continues. So I know that we're at time. I wanted to make sure that I answered all questions here. I know this is a lot of information. We want to be here to guide you and hold your hand through this process and really get any questions answered that you have. So I know Catherine has been answering some questions in the chat, but if anybody has any other questions, we're happy to get those answered as well. And that is pretty much it for our presentation today. Frank, can I turn it back over to you?
Thank you, Tafara. That was great content. As a matter of fact, Catherine, for those of you that are on the call, please capture those links that Catherine posted to the chat. I was actually out there, so I was late coming back to Tafara. I was out there playing with the simulator
Frank, I told you not to do that during the call.
So lots of great content.
Good.
We did have one question from Daniel. Daniel's asking here, is the partner score kept internally or shared with customers?
It will not be shared with customers. So it will not be customer facing. It won't be external facing. Your, other partners won't know what your score is. That is just internal. It's only for your information. And we don't share, if you have fewer than 70 points, we're not going to say how many points you have. And if you have more than 70 points, we're also not going to say how many points you have. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, I really like the insights. I didn't see that before, in the previous, or at least I didn't notice it before. So partners, I definitely would recommend you guys check that out because it does give you, at least the way I'm looking at it, it gave me my own personal roadmap for what I need to do in order to get to the 70 points, which is always good. An ability for us to kind of manage and assess where we are in that journey. So I think there's some really good tools there.
Yeah.
Couple things too that I would just wanted to say. I wanted to just share with folks, what we're doing at Griffin in terms of how we're approaching this and to get my organization to 70 points. So let me just share this with you guys because I think at the end of the day, one of the things that, or the way I'm looking at this as well is, there are three core concepts that they're really focusing partners on, right? It's customer growth, it's, developing our people, and then obviously getting our customers to maximize the utilization of the products that we're deploying. So to me, that just makes sense, right? I think those are really good three macro elements that they're evaluating. So I think at the end of the day, I think all of us as partners, if we're focused on accomplishing those goals and moving towards accomplishing each of those metrics, we're going to be better off for it no matter what. So anyway, let me just show you real quick what we're doing and how we're approaching and how we're leveraging some of the other elements that we've gotten access to. So in terms of the performance piece of this, which is really around customer ads, one of the things that we definitely did is we took advantage of and received funding through the Microsoft Capital Fund, right? So again, I don't know, for us, and I'll just talk about me personally and my company, we didn't necessarily have the capital to kind of execute on some of these. So the Capital Fund really was a blessing for us because it provided us 0% interest loan for 5 years, the ability to get the capital in-house to invest in the programs that we need to implement in order to be successful. So what we did right off the bat, we're investing in marketing. So we've engaged with the partner marketing team, Cheryl Salazar. She's helping us put together a marketing strategy to basically drive new customers, right? Basically get our pipeline, increase our pipeline. And we are all in on all of the GTM resources. So for those of you that are not familiar with the go-to-market resources that are available to kind of help you with demand gen activities, I would highly recommend that you guys register for a CED engagement and get some consultation around, how to maximize those resources. Skilling. What I've done with the company is I invested in a subscription with itpro.tv. And actually there's a cheat code I'll share with you guys around this particular solution. If you guys go to this site, I'm a big twit.tv viewer and podcast subscriber. itpro.tv has a discount available there, 30% off. But what I did is basically got an itpro.tv. They've got great content around on-demand content on several of the certifications that your technical team are going to need to get. And the beauty is when you look at their outline, it matches one for one the criteria that are going to be evaluated on the exam. And you can get that all online on Partner Center. It'll tell you, this is what, for this particular exam, these are the things that we're going to test. But I think that the 1960 is delivering in a on-demand format. I also modified the work schedule of my team and basically said, and this was basically a lesson learned from supporting the Border Patrol in a previous life. They would have their agents come into the office first thing in the morning. They would do training prior to going out in the field. So that's what I do. Every day, my text, I'm saying, hey, beginning of the day, 45 minutes of training every day. And weekly, I kind of monitor where they are in getting that skilling. Because it's a win-win-win, right? It's a win for us as a company. It's going to help us in terms of getting our 70. It's a win for my employees, right? Because again, whether they stay with Griffin or not, they will be a more valuable person. So that's an investment in themselves. And then lastly, it's a win for our customers, right? Because we've got highly qualified technicians who can then deliver, outstanding service to our client. And then last but not least, we're definitely focusing on one customer segment, and this is getting utilization. And actually, there's a fantastic video that Kyle Kramer, our PDM, basically shared with us, which is 7 steps to scale a cloud practice. Great video about how to create this journey for your clients, right? Because it's all about maximizing and expanding, if you will, the services that you're delivering to your client. That's an excellent, excellent video. It's about 30 minutes long. I would highly recommend you take a look at that and develop your own solution roadmap, if you will. And then again, it's all about marketing as well, targeting the right customers and ensuring that we're being very, very focused in terms of growing our customer base. So I just wanted to end with that. Again, I thought I'd share with you what we're doing specifically to attain this. And I see that Catherine has also provided some other tips as well for you as well. So if there aren't any questions from anyone, I'll turn it back over to David. Thank you, Tafara and Catherine. Great content. We'll probably have you guys back again.
Yeah, happy to come back anytime.
All right.
Well, thank you very much. I really do appreciate Tafara and Catherine sharing some time with us, giving us an understanding of the changes that are happening to the Microsoft Partner Program and how this point-based system is going to work. I believe that we're going to have some time to network in a few moments where you might be able to ask for, let's say, example, follow-up questions that you might have for them, maybe some clarification questions. But this is something we wanted to give to you through this Power Forum, was kind of a preview and understanding what's going to take place here later this year. We do have a few announcements that I want to go over with you before we go into our breakout, before we go into networking. First of all, I want to definitely thank Catherine again and Tafara for coming here and joining us and sharing with us about the new partner program and what's going to happen there. We also want to talk about the next Power Forum going on in the month of June. For June, we're going to be celebrating with Microsoft our Juneteenth event. And on that Power Forum, we're going to be focusing and highlighting what we call the state of the Black partner. We're going to be diving into how partnerships are working within Microsoft, the ecosystem, in terms of the Black partnerships specifically. That's going to be an incredible event. We definitely want you to register ahead of time, get in on that, share that within your network, making sure that we come together for that event specifically designed to highlight the Black partner alliance with the Microsoft network there. We also know that this next couple of months in July, there's going to be the Microsoft Inspire Conference, the 19th and the 20th. Make sure you go ahead and register for that ahead of time. You can go to inspire.microsoft.com. Go ahead and get involved to see what changes and what's going to be taking place during that conference, the Microsoft Inspire, something that we look forward to every single year. Now, we also, in conjunction with the work that we've been doing here at the Black Channel Partner Alliance, we have our ongoing growth program. We have just now completed a growth program. We're getting ready to start back up our next rounds, our next 2 rounds of cohorts, and that starts in June, on June 27th. So we are starting to accept applications. We're going to be sending out information via our channels, including LinkedIn and email. But we want to give you the opportunity to jump on this ahead of time to see the work that we're doing to help prepare more tech owners as well as Black entrepreneurs on how to get ready to work with Microsoft and take advantage in light of the changes in this Microsoft program. So right here, you're going to see an opportunity to link there to join the growth program, to inquire about the growth program. We will make sure we get that information out, and we're going to be starting the next 2 cohorts in the month of June. Well, if there are no further questions, we're going to go ahead and jump into some of what we call our networking time. This is an opportunity to get around, meet somebody. I do want to give you a challenge. Some of us know each other here. Grab somebody you don't know. Figure out how you can align with someone new that can help both of your organizations to be elevated to another level. Again, I want to thank our guests for joining us today. Thank you so much for sharing about the update to the partner program and the point system. And we look forward to having some great networking at this time.